not that many people care much about who I am, I'm gonna give it to you anyways because I wanted to do this. So get buckled up, we're gonna learn all about Kasie. If you haven't watched my All About Me video before, don't worry, you can watch this one. My name's Kasie Gray. I'm a realtor, broker associate, a mom, and I live in Ukiah, California, and my goal is to help people love where they live. So not only bettering the community, helping people find their dream homes, and helping first-time sellers buy their dream homes, because we all know we gotta start somewhere. And sometimes it's at the bottom, and that's okay. I am currently 24. My birthday is in May, and I will be expecting my second daughter currently, but the next one's due in April. I think the last time I filmed an About Me, I was barely pregnant, so that's fun. And now I have an almost 2-year-old, and that is a lot of fun. I got licensed at 18 years old, so I'm currently 6 years deep into selling real estate, and I do love it. I do love being able to volunteer in the community. I sit on the Visit Mendocino board of directors. I am the treasurer, but that's not a very good position for somebody who actually hates numbers. And you might think, well, Kasie, you can't hate numbers because you work in real estate. And that's true. I don't hate numbers that I can do calculators for, which I could do that for treasurer stuff, but it's more accounting. And when I went to Mendocino College to get my 3 associate's degrees, one of the degrees I was not able to obtain was an accounting one, because there was one class and I couldn't pass it. I just could not pay attention. So now look at me, a treasurer for free. So it's not like anybody's paying me to do it. Don't tell my boss that. But anyways, I also love to help with the Downtown Main Street program. This year I put on the Trick or Treat event, which was the first time in 3 years that we were able to put that on. So that was wonderful. My daughter was, of course, very sick at the time, so we were unable to attend, which was very sad, but that's okay. It'll be back next year, and she is resurrected, the event that is. And then, of course, it's coming up on the holiday season, as you can see by that greenery right behind me. But I love volunteering with the Ukiah Valley Christmas Effort. It's an organization that helps give gifts to people in need locally, give gifts to people with children that are in need, and so I love that. What else am I going to talk about? Since then, I had a digital planner, and I'm coming out with a new digital planner, but I also printed and manufactured a real paper planner. It's 6 months, it's undated, it's super cute, and in efforts to get rid of them because I'm not the best at managing all of the things. They're only $25, and I'm gonna answer some questions about, what am I gonna answer some questions? I'm gonna answer some questions that people asked, because people like to ask questions, and so I'm going to do my best to answer them. First up is, what do you do for self-care since you do so much? I watch TikTok a lot, and that's probably not the greatest form of self-care. I'm trying to get better about getting it back into a program for working out. Now that my daughter goes to daycare, I don't send her to the kids club at the gym anymore, just because it's more convenient to just take her to daycare. But if I'm not taking her to kids club, then I have no motivation to go work out. So I think that was one nice thing about kids club, that offered me to get my butt in the door, and now my butt can't fit through the door. No, I'm just kidding. But there's that. And then I try to have plenty of balance of, going on walks with friends, even if that means buying my daughter 3 cake pops so she's quiet in the stroller, and just, finding things that make me happy, turning off my phone for a few hours, not looking at it in the morning, kind of juggling all of those things. Someone asked how to manage realtor life and mom life, and daycare truly saves me a lot. I try not to take my daughter with me to appointments as much as possible, and so being able to schedule when those appointments are has you know, given me a great deal of consistency. But the one thing about daycare that I think a lot of moms probably deal with is that, like, you feel the need to have to be working during those times to, like, make up for sending your kid to daycare. Like, you can't really take time for yourself, and I think that's kind of important to do that as well. And I think just putting your phone down or not responding to things because it's not as urgent as it may seem. It's hard because we have phones and we're on them, and then, you know, somebody asks a question and we're capable of responding, but that doesn't mean that we have to. So just kind of keeping that in mind. And then, you know, there's plenty of times where I am able to work while I have her, but oftentimes I don't open my laptop around her because she thinks it's time for her to work. And she is a great assistant, but she's not very good at typing quite yet. So that's pretty much where I'm at. If I wait till she goes to bed to get a couple more things knocked out and it helps me, then I do that. I love the reminders app in my phone. I have it set up on, like, my screen so that I can know what I'm doing at most times, and helps me kind of keep my stuff together. And then of course one of my planners will help you, and I'm coming out with a new digital planner that's dated, and I'm excited for that. Somebody asked if I can DIY my coffee at home instead of Starbucks, and I can. It just is not the same experience, you know. I'm all about the cold brew and then whatever type of fancy creamer is going on around this season. So I had to buy these plastic cups because I would just let my coffee get gross in my other cups because I didn't want to take them in to clean them, and that's really bad. And so now I just buy these that I can throw away, and rest in peace to the planet, but it is what it is. I also started Women in Business. I didn't even say that for volunteering. I also started a Women in Business organization this past year. It was our first year and it went great. It is 100% volunteer ran, and I don't get anything from it, but it was inspiring being able to see so many people come together throughout the past year and share their strengths and weaknesses, and be able to learn from one another. So if you haven't signed up for that, highly recommend it. You do not have to be a business owner. You can be an executive, an employee, unemployed, a student. You know, there's no limits on who can join. Technically, you don't even have to be a woman. We're not going to check your gender. That's just the name of the game, you know. I think that's all the questions that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned a little bit about me, and I will see you in the next video.